Systems of linear equations, matrices. 1 says, write the augmented matrix of the given system of equations. And then A says, 2x plus 3y equals 6, and 4x minus 6y plus 2 equals 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these two equations that represent linear equations, and we're going to write it as an augmented matrix. So this augmented matrix is going to be a 2 by 3 matrix. So that means 2 rows by 3 columns. And if we take a look at what that means here, is I'm going to have the 2, and that's just the number in front of the x. And then my second entry, which is going to be here, is going to be 3, because that's my coefficient in front of my y. And then my last column is going to be this 6 here. So that's going to be in the third column here. And then just below this, I'm going to write the other equation there. But this isn't in the right form. So what I'll have to do with this bottom one is I'll have to write it as 4x minus 6y equals negative 2. I had to move the 2 to the other side because it has to be in what we call standard form. So this gives me 4, negative 6, negative 2 for the bottom row. And that's going to create my matrix, my augmented matrix. And a lot of times what you'll see is you'll see a line between these. This is separating my x and y column, my variable columns, from my solution column, or what it equals. So now looking at this, this would be my x column, this would be my y column, and this would be my number column. And that's how I look at those. So that is my augmented matrix. Now let's take a look at number B here. So this is going to be a similar setup, but now I'm going to have 4 rows, So that's going to be a 4 by, and I'm going to have 1 column, 2 column, 3 column, 4 column. So it's going to be a 4 by 4. So my first row here is going to be 1, negative 1, 1, and 10. Now notice here, it's just the coefficients in front of each of those variables. And then for the last one, it's going to be equaling the number. All right, so then I'm going to get 2, 1, 2, and negative 1. And then for the third one, it's going to be negative 3, 4. And then notice here, I don't have a z here. So that means I'm going to put a 0 there. And then I have a 5 as the last entry in that third row. And then for the last one, it's going to be 4, negative 5, 1, and 0. So there's going to be my augmented matrix. And again, like I said, sometimes you'll see a line through those. And that's what it's going to be. So that's my answer for the second one for number B. So again, we're just using the coefficients in front of the x, y, and z variables. And then what they're equal to, the numbers on the ends there, I just write those down as they are. So there it is.